What do you think of when you think of the Cosmopolitan Las Vegas? High-end glamour? Delicious food? Amazing views? Well, friends, it is all that and some of the coolest hotel rooms on the Las Vegas Strip. But is it worth the hefty price tag? That is up to you, but that's also why you need this video. So first, I am going to show you an amazing room at the Cosmopolitan. Then we'll look at some of the property's unique features, including the incredible chandelier. And finally, we'll check out the pool. Be sure to watch to the end because I'll be giving you my list of pros and cons of staying at the Cosmo on your next Vegas trip, plus some alternate options in case you want to explore other properties. All right, let's do it. This is a terrace one-bedroom fountain view room, and I'll talk more about the room options as we go here. But this is a huge room. It's over 600 square feet, a separate living area with a little wet bar, huge TV. You've got the kind of touchpad controls for the windows and other room features. These are really nicely decorated rooms. They're fun, they're stylish, and I think they really stand out. They look expensive, and most of the time they are. The art is really cool. You'll just really enjoy being in these rooms at the Cosmo. So now we're walking through, you see the closets. This is that sort of middle piece, and then you kind of get into the bedroom. The whole room is really wide open. It says it's one bedroom, but you're never gonna close the bedroom door unless you have a lot of people staying in this room. But like, I love the cool fixtures with that brushed gold hardware. Even the wallpaper, everything is really well done. And here we have, now we're going to go back into the bathroom, and it's great. It's got a double vanity, but the coolest part is this shower, and this is unique to this particular type of room, okay? So walk into the shower. It's kind of a normal shower. There you go. But then there's this cool upright bathtub that overlooks the Bellagio fountain, basically, because the room has an incredible view of the fountain. And we'll show you that more in a second. Let's just finish the bathroom. It's got a separate toilet room, which is great. And as you can see, there's a little window from the bedroom kind of into that bathtub area, so it can kind of be like a fun hanging out thing that you can do, and also look out onto this view. So this is really the reason to stay at the Cosmo. Well, okay, it's one of the many reasons. The terrace is huge and really comfortable, and if you are facing this north direction, it's got shade for most of the day. You really will love this during the spring and fall when it's not completely scorching in Vegas, but you'll love this view absolutely any time of year. It's just incredible. Cosmo is one of those hotels that has a lot of different room types, okay? So our room one recent September weekend was $660 per night, and the room without the really cool bathtub was $640. So for that little tiny upgrade in price, you get the cool bathtub with the view. And the cheapest king room that weekend was $570. So to get this room, you're only upgrading by $90. Now, those prices are really high. This was prime time weekend in September that I'm giving you as an example. But if you've ever looked for rooms in Vegas before, you know that you've got to compare. And if you can be flexible with your dates, you can get a much better rate. So, you know, the Cosmo can be anywhere from around 300, even less on weeknights, all the way up into the 500-600. So it varies a ton, and it does have a lot of room types. Some rooms do not have terraces. Most of them do, but some will just have floor-to-ceiling windows, so you can save a little money there, but I think if you stay at the Cosmo, it is worth getting that terrace. If you're enjoying this video, will you hit that thumbs up button? It really helps my channel with the YouTube algorithm, and if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing. Now let's check out the rest of the property and you'll see what I mean by glamour. Okay, I'm walking into the lobby of the hotel from the south entrance on the Strip, and immediately you see these really artistic video installations in these columns all through the check-in area, and these change. So right now they look like people trapped inside, which is kind of trippy, and sometimes they're these beautiful botanical prints. So they have some different styles, but it's art in and of itself. So now I'm walking towards the lobby bar, which is, you know, more glam, more shiny things. That's kind of the theme here at the Cosmo. And as you continue around the bar, you get to the casino area. Now we're looking at the north entrance off the Strip, and we're back in the casino area. And that's the famous Christian Louboutin high heel, take a selfie here, everybody does it. And behind that, you can see the Chandelier Bar. I have to put in a plug for Opium. This is the show that's at the Cosmo, and it's awesome. If you have a chance to see it, absolutely recommend that. Now we're on the second level, and you see the chandelier. So I wasn't prepared for how huge this thing actually is. It's this larger-than-life chandelier that circles this whole 2-level bar area. And don't worry, we've got more. There's some more footage from inside the chandelier. So there's the actual bar, just crystal everywhere, and you will feel like you're in a fairy tale inside a chandelier, because you are. Now we've got kind of the high-end food court area at the Cosmo, and you know, there's counter service with all sorts of different types of food. There's donuts, there's sandwiches, but you know, with a fun, glamorous Vegas twist, as always. Now you'll see one of my favorite restaurants at the Cosmo, China Poblano. This is a Chinese and Mexican fusion restaurant, and if you think that sounds weird, go try it. It's awesome. Momofuku is also here, a little more expensive, but very, very good. There's a milk bar right next to it. They weren't open because it's morning, but the desserts are insane there. Time to check out the pool. So the pool at the Cosmo isn't massive, but they did a really, really great job with what they have. So now we're approaching the main large pool. We're going to pan back around, see some of the private cabanas, and there's a smaller pool and a hot tub in the background. The main pool is actually right overlooking the Las Vegas Strip. So you were kind of seeing like the upper level of all the hotels along the Strip. So it's a great view, and you kind of feel like you're above it all. That's the little pool cafe where you can have breakfast. And this pool is heated, and most Vegas pools say they're heated, but this one actually does a decent job. We actually got in there when it was around 78 degrees, I want to say, outside, and the pool was comfortable enough. Now you can see all the hotels in the background. We're facing south in this view. And the lounge chairs are actually arranged around the pool, but also in levels. So it makes for kind of good people watching around the pool. And like I said, they just did a really good job with this whole design of the area. And you're looking straight across at Planet Hollywood, then at Paris in the background. And as you walk slightly north in the pool area, you'll see the Bellagio right next to the Cosmopolitan, and more lounge chairs on all those levels going up. Right, in case you couldn't tell, I really like the Cosmopolitan. It just has so many things going for it. So let's get into my list of pros. Amazing rooms with balconies, and I've got to point out that the Cosmo is the only strip hotel that has any balconies at all, and there are a ton of rooms with those balconies, and like I said, in the spring, in the fall, the weather's amazing. We spent a ton of time in the morning and late after dinner just hanging out and enjoying the view and just being on the strip. It's awesome. Pro number 2 is the unique pool. So this is a great just kind of hanging out, checking out the scene kind of vibe, kind of pool. Not a full-on party club pool, but like I said, it's got great design. You've got an amazing view of the strip as you lounge out there in the sun, and I really enjoy that. Third, we've got a fantastic location. The Cosmo is right in the middle of it. You can tell it's next to the Bellagio, directly across from Planet Hollywood. So mid-strip, really you couldn't ask for anything more. Number 4, we've got awesome restaurants. So I didn't have time to get footage of every restaurant. The Cosmo is full of delicious food. I haven't even eaten at all the restaurants there that I want to yet. So there's a whole other level of restaurants, guys. It's really great, and in multiple price ranges. So you've got like great quality from like cool chefs from the food court food all the way up to very high end. So food is amazing there. And number 5, it is a beautiful property. It truly is. I think the chandelier alone, as you can tell, I love it. And, you know, that's enough. But you're walking through and it is just super glam. Is it too glam? No, not at all. That's what you're coming to the Cosmo for, and that's what you get. Now for the cons. Okay, so the price point, it's high. But in this case, I think you're getting what you're paying for, you know, in line with high-end strip hotel pricing. It's definitely high. Shop around and be flexible with your dates. Number 2 for cons, the Cosmo is not really kid-friendly, and that could actually be a pro for you, depending on who you are, but I wanted to mention it for people who are coming to Vegas with kids. Kids are obviously allowed at the Cosmo, but it is definitely a more adult scene, adult vibe. Not that it's like sleazy or anything, but I think you kind of get the gist. Con number 3, and with this one I was kind of reaching, you guys. This isn't much of a con, but the pool area isn't very large and it is right in the dead of the sun almost the entire day, so it does get very hot, which again, some people like. So that was the best I could come up with for cons. As you can tell, I really like this property and I think you'll love it too if you decide to come and stay and splurge on your next Vegas trip. Some alternatives that you can check out. I think that these properties have a similar feel to the Cosmo. Sometimes the rates can be higher, sometimes lower. You just have to compare. So I would recommend looking at the Wynn/Encore, both amazing, huge, beautiful rooms, and the Venetian Palazzo. Again, huge rooms, kind of with a suite kind of a feel to them. And, you know, very luxurious, great restaurants there. The locations of those 2 properties are not as central as the Cosmo, but definitely worth looking at. And then we've got Caesars and the Bellagio. Those are both really central, really quite close to the Cosmo, and a lot of times the prices will be a bit lower. Rooms, not as amazing, but still, of course, worth checking out. So I hope that helps you. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Cosmo. I hope it was really helpful. Please leave me a comment and let me know if you'd like some other kind of information in these reviews. What would help you? I want this, above all, to be useful, you know, entertaining, but also useful. Please give this a thumbs up. If you made it to this point, I would appreciate it so, so much. And until next time, I'll see you in Vegas.